All right, introduce us, show.
Okay, today it's like episode 2, maybe.
Yeah,
We're gonna
episode
talk
2.
about to create the story from scratch, from nothing, using our like made up the structure, 3 act structure. We're gonna see how it goes. This topic of this video will be: you don't need the passion to learn programming. I am software developer, and I want to create interesting videos with interesting topics. And why we choose this title, I will say that the name of the video, because like sometimes in real life people don't care about they don't care about the passion. The most of the people want to learn programming because of the money and how it's get like how they will get paid in the future, right? So it's one of the most high paying jobs. And with this video I want to address the message. I think our philosophical message will be that so you don't need a passion, right? So it's okay to learn something for the money, and you don't need to like be the nerd. You need to just to be like the person who can deliver results based on your right, based on the task you get
Yeah, and like the
and
skill you have.
skill you have, right? So
Yeah.
it's kind of like you can build you can also build skills regardless of the patient, like passion. Basically, it's kind of like I don't think the like farmers really passionate about how they farm, right? And like basically they work and they do like you everyday work, and that's fine. Like that's also fine though, by the way. And okay, philosophical. So that's it. Philosophical message. It's okay. Okay, no, not okay. You can learn something new regardless of do you have passion or not. So in our structure, we have intro, which contains interesting parts. Like as I see, how I see is that our intro should contain all interesting parts, intrigue parts of the video, which will deliver the the question for the title and for the thumbnail. What I mean that if we show in the thumbnail Lamborghini, right, or and we see that in I bought this red Lamborghini in the first 30 seconds. We need to show this Lamborghini, basically, kind of. This is how I see it. Like intro should be the crisis, climax, act 3.
Yeah, it's actually
So okay,
also Lamborghini. Yeah.
Lamborghini. I'm not fluent in English, by the way.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
uh, Lamborghini, not Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So okay, let's go. Act 1. Usually, it's Act 1 is when we are introducing the story with the background details, which every detail, every mentioning detail should delete like um, should serve the story. Basically, if you mention like you want this phone, you should at the end in one of the acts you should use this phone. Basically, get message, get something with this through the phone. So basically, Act 1. Um, okay,
So yeah, your personal story, like you
okay,
personally being passionate about programming, how did you start off? How I guess yeah, how
okay.
did you start off programming? Like what made you get into programming?
What what I okay. Um, One of the things, but I think what pushed me to get in programming was that I want to change my life. And this is like the main point. I wanted to change my life. And how you can like the next question is how you can change your life. Basically, you can change through the money, like through the finance, right? Through the finding new relationship.
Yeah, I think okay, we'll wait to go through more of these, but
Mhm.
let's stick to the big picture, right?
Okay. Okay. So I want to change my life, and I was on the point where I need to do like I need to decide what to do next with my life. So I think in Act Two, is it gonna be fair to say that I moved from New York to California? Like in Act Two, like it's kind of like I did a big jump basically to the like for
Yeah.
the.
Yeah, I think I mean you can talk about the history like that, or you can
Mhm.
talk about maybe like choose a different angle altogether, like instead of passion
Mhm.
maybe yeah, I mean passion while learning. If is that would you say the passion of learning is the focus of the video?
I want to do the fashion of the like learning focus of the video. I want to do that because it's a really good topic though. We don't need to learn. We don't need passion to learn programming,
Yep.
and you can learn. So let's
Yeah, I think
like let's.
okay. Sorry to interrupt you. But I think we kind of mapped out what we want the climax to be, which is
Okay,
you
we don't
learn.
need.
Yeah, I learned it. Right? You learn it,
Mhm.
and uh, I have a job now.
Mhm.
Right? So you know, it's not the same story of how you apply to all those jobs,
Mhm.
but it can be a story about how you were not passionate throughout the process of building projects and um, interviewing and doing leak code, or I guess like coding in general.
Yeah. I was not about. Okay, I'm not. I was not. I'm not passionate about doing coding stuff. Okay. Uh, Okay, you know how I do like stories. Sometimes how I try to use different technique. Like basically, I try to like uh, think about the person, not about me, about like imagine a person like X, the person X, and I'm like, okay, I'm imagining his life basically, his through like his life through the story,
Yep.
and it's like it's not personal and I can see I can we can change his life whatever we want how we want, right? And here he is deciding like I'm trying to like it's for me it's better just talk about this X person and it's gonna be really interesting like because it's not me. And so basically he learned something on the he okay he learned programming regardless of having passion, be passionate about it. Okay, the crisis for him should be that. Okay, I don't want to go back to this internal thing, you know, the crisis. It's really he's getting bored. I'm catching that we are like super focused on internal conflicts.
Okay.
Uh, so let's imagine that we have person X, right? He wants to change like his life. Uh, he wants to change his life to learning something new, but he's not passionate about it. He don't like it because it's really hard for him to understand the programming concepts. Okay, let me check. Uh, it's really hard for him to learn programming. he it's really hard for him to learn programming, and regardless, like, okay, stay. Let's imagine obstacles. What kind of obstacle he might have? So he can he gave up. Okay, he can give up because of hard thing. Okay, can give up. Let's like imagine crisis like gave up. What kind of crisis people have basically? What do you think?
When
Like
they're trying to learn programming, I would say like just
not the specifically learning programming, like doing something new
doing something
because
new,
yeah, because
frustration,
it's a
frustration with lack
frustration.
of progress.
So this should be our nation.
What was that story where you gave up like for 4 months?
Okay, I don't remember. Let me pull up. It was so basically main point of the story was uh, about how I hear in February. This is how you know you grow in software development. This is how laziness made me. I have challenge for you can literally how I will teach myself HTML, CSS, or like my biggest mistakes while you're an artist. How I hack my feet to learn. Can you write about what is the best HTML? To be honest, I can find this video.
That's okay. Don't worry.
Hmm?
That's okay.
Okay. Okay. Passion. When you're passionate about something. So crisis in this term, like when you learn something, the crisis will be you just stop learning, right? Well, okay, you think it's not yours. You think that it's not for you. Like the think that it's not for you. Like what you're learning, basically, new thing.
Yeah.
Uh, climax. Climax should be again. We don't need to focus on the internal thing. Let's do out.
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean by internal thing? Like having that
Internal
be what do you mean by like be getting bored of an internal conflict?
internal conflict, like when you like we say about like about realization, about like understanding something that you are wrong, or so to make the story in my opinion, to make the story great, I think we need to add maybe different characters which
Yeah.
is will give us this climax basically. Let's in this case, let's imagine this X person. He thinks that he's not ready, he's not good enough, and then like some new student comes to him and like asks, okay, can you help me with that? And like, okay, he starts showing them how to do the right thing, and like, oh my god, I can like he this person the is that person can say, okay, oh, actually, you know something, and then like this is like you understand what I'm
I
saying?
think
Like
so.
it's kind of he's
It's
getting
like
approval.
he felt like he didn't know anything, but then he actually knows stuff.
Yep. And also he's getting to realization not through his discussion with himself internally, right? He getting the outside of the world that people
Yeah.
recognize. This is
Yeah.
what I want to like go like bring the story, because sometimes like for me especially like doing this internal conflicts it's really hard because I'm really simple person, and like for me like if like people like achieve how you say when you want you when you get approval from other people like
Validation.
validation. Yep.
Yep.
So he gets validation that he knows something. Basically, climax should be, I think, it will be like getting
Oh,
someone
that's pretty
else.
good. Yeah.
Um, like we saw the video about the 30 days of Andrew Haberman's routine. I forgot his name. So he bring his brother
Yeah.
for validation to his success, the results of his routine, right? And we can use this system in our videos also. I feel like, yeah.
I like that actually. Cuz even with like a fitness video, so it's like, "Oh, I changed my physique in 30 days. This is what my girlfriend said about it, or this is what my these random people on the street said about it."
Mhm,
Like
mhm,
that's
mhm.
that external validation is what people want.
Exactly. It's like sometimes like people like maybe as I said previously, we are like super focused on internal. Maybe we need to just like, okay, like zoom out and see different angles. And like for this external validation, I think it will be one of the reasons when
Yeah,
like
that's like way more compelling in general versus like internal, because people want, yeah, people are just, people want to be in the situation where they're admired for being good
Mhm.
at something.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you see it on any video where there's reactions, right? You're getting
Exactly.
approval from other people.
From the other people's, yeah. And also the people like the viewer can be the person who approves it, right? The viewer should be like the person who like be on the spot, like on the person as a who will approve his progress or something happened, right?
Yeah.
Basically in this video, like the X person will learn hard doing something, but especially when you learn something programming, you will understand, like you will get the feeling that you're not good enough, you're not good enough.
That's super interesting. I'd never even thought about the external validation, because
Really.
even on my track and field video where I brought the girl to the track,
Yep.
everyone clicked off after she spoke in the video, because that was her reaction. That was the validation that I got, and then they were satisfied. They clicked off.
Yep.
Like, but that was like, that was more powerful than anything else in the video.
Like it was like end of the video basically. he
Yeah,
got
yeah,
People got their validation, like the
yeah. People
so.
got their validation vicariously through me. So yeah, I don't
Mhm,
see it not working in this video. You know what I mean?
mhm, mhm.
Yeah, I'm just like chewing on that. That's super interesting.
Yeah. And like it's kind of it's just one of the ways though, right? So basically we don't have in the YouTube, I think in the writing scripts or writing stories, we don't have any rules. We create our rules by writing it basically, and by experimenting it. Like
Yeah,
we can try this kind of video, this type of video with the external validation, and try, okay, see, is it gonna work or not? Basically I believe it will work because a lot of people use it as like the script in their videos. And I feel like and also it's interesting, more interesting story. Like not, it's not about the one person like journaling his life. We need. I feel like we need to add more characters in our stories, like more people in our stories, which will make it dynamic to viewer, like the situations.
yeah, I can see that where there's always a lot of people like doing stuff in the video, or I guess
Mhm,
for the ones that are popular, like everyone
mhm.
is a
It's
character
not one
that,
person. It's not one person.
yeah,
It's always two or three persons. Like they have something doing together.
yeah. But I don't think that's a rule. That's just like one
One of
example
the.
of it working. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So in this video, like so right now, for the reference, we just talk about the videos about how there is no rules, and we can play with the story how we want, and we get to the realization that today, right, in this video, we get to the realization that sometimes it's better to use like external validation to adding some characters in the video, which will make your videos really engaging and dynamic, to see the like the relationships in the video, right? So when like sometimes for me, when I watch videos about like how one person talks, and there is not only like he's talking head, it's kind of boring. I just want engaging. I just want something drama. I want drama in the
Yeah,
story.
drama and
So,
like more faces because people like to look
exactly.
at different faces that are interacting. Just yeah, psychologically.
Yeah. So overall outline for the story, you don't need passion to learn programming. With the message of that, uh, like you can learn something regardless of you do have passion or not. First act will be that person X want to change his life, and he starts new journey to learning programming, because the programming right now like most of one of the highest paid jobs. And while he learning the programming, he had frustration with lack of progress, and he thinks that it's he like so basically he gets frustration, he gets no motivation, and he is like how you say when you like force okay, he forcing himself to learn regardless of this pain, like internal external pains, everything, and at the end he realized that it's not for him. But something happened, and some person Y is that, or I don't know, A person B asked to help person X with the homework, maybe it was some project with something really related to the programming, and the person X, it actually can solve his problem, the problem of the person B, and then he like, oh my, and he gets the validation. Oh my God, you're really smart guy. Like, and then he's the realization that, okay, this all pain what he go through without any passion, everything, he learned something like regardless of the having passion about it. Like you see, like, and at the end, I think he get jobs. Happy ending.
Hmm.
This is like outline of the like in general story. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I guess if we were to take it further, would you relate this back to something you experienced? Is that the direction you want to take this?
I don't think I will relate to the story, because I didn't have validation from someone. I like, okay, I had the validation through the interview, like right away.
Yeah, or
But,
or maybe you can talk about it in because it's just so hard for me to connect with someone who's not speaking from experience.
mhm.
But if the angle of this video was like, oh, if I were to have felt this, like I felt like it was so frustrating and I thought it wasn't for me, and even though I have a job now, if I were to have gotten validation from somebody else, it would have made me feel good. Maybe that doesn't match the philosophical message, but
Mhm.
I don't know, just having the idea out there.
Okay, yeah. Well, we can. I don't know. Again, we can create the story, right? So I can be the third person who talks about this story, right? So let's imagine that, okay, I had friends. So basically, I can talk about my friends, the imaginary friends, right? The this story. I will be the person who delivers the story, not the who experienced. You know,
Wait, could you say that again?
I can be someone who delivers the story as a like third person, not the person who talks about his experience.
Hmm.
Because if you talk about this, because it's not my experience, right? It was made up story, but with this story, we want to give the hope the people
Yep.
to not give up. And I'm 100% sure that we have this kind of person, this type of persons, right?
Yeah. How about we like? I think this would be a good experiment because I don't know how it would land if it were, speaking from experience or speaking to a direct person.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think it'd be good to try.
Like you speaking from the third perspective
Yeah.
person. Yeah. I think, yeah, why not? We experimenting because a lot of videos, right? So there are a lot of videos about how the third person reads
Hmm.
stories of different persons. Like, just we should try. We should try.
Okay, yeah. I think that's a good idea. But yeah, are you how do you like ending the video here?
Ending the video should be okay. I don't want to do again a motivational because like sometimes motivation is really annoying, right? Doing all this motivation,
Yeah, no, I disagree. I think like maybe you beat it to death in your head, but
Mhm.
when it's only one video a week for anybody watching, it's like
Nothing.
it's nothing, yeah.
Okay, we can do that. Like then, I think yeah, it should be motivational. That like like I can go through the direct speaking with the viewer. How I spoke with the, I can directly speak to the viewer that regardless of the passion you have or not, it's possible to learn. And it's just hard work. That's it. And you need to just one validation and try to go seek validation from others.
Yeah, like maybe you need the external validation to keep going. Like that's what works for you.
Yeah, or you can like have friends or have someone who can validate you. It's not like you beating yourself until death, like with your thoughts, but you need to reality check from others too, right? So it should be one of the story of the people because like okay, let me show. Okay, we can pause this video. I think we're done with that, right?
Okay, yeah, yeah, do the outro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll try. Okay, let me do that. So basically, we want to. Yeah, I think this is it. So we want to end the video like so. Basically, we will end the video with motivational note and tell that we don't need you need sometimes you need the validation to see real progress of your learning journey. Yeah. Yeah, this is like overall in general the story. Like we just created story based on nothing, but only with based on the philosophical message that you can learn something new regardless of do you have a passion. And we have like the imaginary person who go through the life, the like, obstacles, everything, and he realized that you kind of like created story based from the nothing, based on the philosophical message.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.